Arsenal and Liverpool. Considering summer swoop for Christian Pulisic, Arsenal and Liverpool are reportedly monitoring Christian Pulisic ahead of a potential summer transfer. The 27-year-old USMNT star, currently at AC Milan, has emerged as a target for both Premier League heavyweights as they look to strengthen their attacking options. According to Italian outlet Tutto Mercato Web, the two English giants are eager to add more versatility to their forward lines, and Pulisic fits the profile they are seeking. Meanwhile, negotiations between AC Milan and the American over a contract extension have reportedly hit a stumbling block. Although the Rossoneri may soon table a renewed offer based on terms discussed months ago, uncertainty remains over his long-term future in Serie A. Since arriving at Milan from Chelsea in July 2023, Pulisic has revitalised his career. While he showed moments of quality during his time in West London, he never quite established himself as a key figure at Stamford Bridge. In contrast, his spell in Italy has been far more consistent and productive. The winger has enjoyed a solid 2025-26 campaign so far, registering 10 goals and 2 assists in 20 appearances across all competitions. However, with just 18 months left on his current contract, speculation about a possible move is growing. Arsenal and Liverpool are both closely watching developments, raising the question of whether Pulisic could be set for a Premier League return. Liverpool's interest in Pulisic is not new, with Mohamed Salah potentially leaving Anfield at the end of the 2025-26 season and creativity on the flanks diminishing since Luis Diaz's departure to Bayern Munich. The Reds see Pulisic as a logical option to reinforce their attack. Arsenal, meanwhile, boast considerable attacking depth under Mikel Arteta. Still, inconsistency from Gabriel Martinelli and uncertainty surrounding Leandro Trossard's future suggests that the Gunners could benefit from another wide option. Pulisic is therefore viewed as a strong candidate to bolster their ranks. Although Milan are keen to keep him and are expected to reintroduce a contract proposal based on previously agreed terms, the summer window could prove decisive in determining the Americans' next move. Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester United tracking Caleb Jurenki in separate transfer developments. Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester United are reportedly keeping close tabs on FC Nordsjælland midfielder Caleb Jurenki ahead of the summer window, according to Team Talk. The 20-year-old Ghanaian progressed through the renowned Right to Dream Academy, which has produced notable talents such as Mohamed Kudus, Simon Adingra, Kamaldeen Sulemana and Ibrahim Osman. After moving to Denmark in 2024 for trials, Jurenki gradually broke into Nordsjælland's first team and has since become a regular starter. This season he has featured in every league match, contributing 7 goals while impressing with his versatility. Capable of operating both as a deep-lying midfielder and in a more advanced central role, he has drawn comparisons to Michael Essien. Representatives from Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal were reportedly present at Right to Dream Park over the weekend, where Jurenki scored in Nordsjælland's 2-1 victory over Sonderjysk. United's Director of Football, Jason Wilcox, has instructed scouts to continue monitoring the midfielder's development. After turning down a £15 million bid in January, Nordsjælland are now believed to be holding out for a club record fee of around £22 million. Brighton, Tottenham, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, Brentford and West Ham United are also said to be interested. Manchester United's pursuit aligns with their need for a defensive midfielder, particularly with Casemiro expected to leave at the end of the season. Chelsea, despite already having several midfield options under Liam Rosignol, have been affected by recurring injuries to Dario Esugo and Romeo Lavia, prompting renewed interest in reinforcements. As for Arsenal, while they have depth in midfield, long-term planning suggests the area requires rejuvenation, as it is currently the most senior section of Mikel Arteta's outfield squad. Jurenki would represent a promising addition for any of the interested clubs, and it remains to be seen how the transfer saga unfolds in the coming months. Tottenham leading race for Leon Goretzka ahead of Arsenal. Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly in pole position to beat Arsenal to the signing of Bayern Munich midfielder Leon Goretzka, according to Football Insider. Spurs currently have several midfield options at their disposal, including Rodrigo Bentancur, Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray, Pape Matar Sarr, Yves Bissouma, Conor Gallagher and João Palhinha. On paper, Thomas Frank appears to have strong depth in the middle of the park. However, injuries to Bergvall and Bentancur have significantly weakened their options, with both players sidelined for months. Palhinha, who joined on loan from Bayern Munich, may not remain at the club permanently, as Tottenham are yet to decide whether they will trigger a full transfer. Meanwhile, Bissouma struggled with fitness issues earlier in the campaign but has recently regained his place in the team after returning from AFCON duty. Football Insider claims Spurs are planning to strengthen their midfield this summer and have identified Goretzka as a serious target. Arsenal are also firmly in the race. The Gunners previously explored a move for the German during the winter transfer window following Mikel Merino's injury, but were unable to convince him to leave the Allianz Arena at the time. Now, with Goretzka entering the final stretch of his contract and potentially available on a free transfer at the end of the season, both North London rivals are monitoring the situation closely. Despite Arsenal's interest, Tottenham are currently considered favourites to secure his signature. Goretzka is most comfortable operating in a double pivot but can also perform effectively as a box-to-box midfielder. Additionally, he is capable of stepping into an attacking midfield role when required. The 31-year-old has consistently demonstrated his quality for Bayern Munich and the German national team, combining physical presence with technical ability. Standing at 6'2" Goretzka offers strong defensive contributions, accurate long-range passing and a knack for scoring important goals. Either Arsenal or Tottenham would benefit from his experience and versatility, but it remains to be seen whether Spurs can win the battle for his services. Chelsea suffer fresh injury concern. After Leeds' draw, Chelsea have been dealt another injury setback following their frustrating draw against Leeds United, just days before a challenging run of fixtures that begins after their FA Cup clash with Hull City. The Blues squandered a 2-goal lead at home on Tuesday night, with defensive lapses proving costly. Cole Palmer also endured a disappointing moment when he missed from close range, summing up a frustrating evening for Liam Rosenio's side. Fortunately for Chelsea, Manchester United also dropped points, meaning there was no damage in the race for a top-4 finish ahead of their FA Cup tie. However, a demanding sequence of league fixtures against Burnley, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Newcastle United and Everton awaits them. To add to their concerns, Marc Cucurella was forced off at half-time against Leeds after feeling discomfort in his hamstring. Rosenio clarified after the match that the substitution was injury-related rather than tactical. He explained that Cucurella experienced hamstring tightness and would undergo scans to determine the severity of the issue. The Chelsea manager expressed hope that the Spaniard would be available for upcoming matches. Reflecting on the draw, Rosenio admitted his side failed to manage crucial moments effectively. He highlighted poor decision-making in the build-up to Leeds' penalty and criticised lapses in concentration that allowed the opposition to capitalise. Despite dominating large portions of the game, Chelsea conceded twice in a brief 5-minute spell, which ultimately proved decisive. Rosenio stressed the importance of remaining composed and professional during difficult periods, acknowledging that his team must improve in handling key moments if they are to achieve their objectives this season. Arsenal back in the League Cup final. A defining moment awaits. Arsenal have reached the League Cup final for the first time since their disappointing appearance in 2018 against Manchester City. Back then, with Arsenal Wenger nearing the end of his tenure, the Gunners were comfortably beaten 3-0 by Pep Guardiola's dominant City side during the 2017-18 campaign. This time, however, the situation feels very different. Under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal have transformed into one of the strongest teams in English football over the last 4 years. While trophies have not followed that progress just yet, the overall growth since that painful defeat to City has been undeniable. Still, confidence heading into the March 22nd final against Manchester City is cautious at best. Earlier this season, Arsenal were fortunate to rescue a late 1-1 draw at home thanks to Gabriel Martinelli's decisive contribution. Yet the current league standings offer encouragement. Arsenal are matching City stride for stride in the title race, while Guardiola's side have shown more vulnerability than usual. That momentum could work in Arsenal's favour at Wembley. A victory over City would not only secure silverware, but could inject enormous belief into the squad as they enter the closing stretch of the season. It might even fuel hopes of ending the long wait for a league title, something Arsenal have not achieved since the Invincibles famously lifted the Premier League trophy in 2003-04, 2 years before leaving Highbury. The club's last trophy came 6 years ago in the 2020 FA Cup final when Arsenal defeated Chelsea 2-1 with Aaron Ramsey sealing the win. Since then, near misses, particularly 3 consecutive second-place league finishes, have raised expectations without delivering ultimate success. Winning the League Cup alone would not define the season, but it would signal tangible progress. Many younger supporters have never witnessed Arsenal lift this particular trophy, with the club's last triumph dating back to 1993, when Steve Morrow scored the winner in a 2-1 victory over Sheffield Wednesday. That same season, Arsenal completed a famous domestic cup double by beating Sheffield Wednesday again in the FA Cup final replay. The Gunners now have an opportunity to erase memories of their 3 most recent League Cup final defeats: the 2007 loss to Chelsea, the shocking 2011 defeat to Birmingham City, and the 2018 setback against Manchester City. It feels like a pivotal moment. Is this finally the time for Arsenal to turn promise into silverware? Inside Arsenal women's problem-solving culture. Earlier this week in the Arsenal Women Weekly newsletter, attention turned to the evolution of the women's side under Renee Slagers. Over the course of the season, several issues had sparked debate among supporters: vulnerability in defensive transitions late last campaign, struggles with ball progression in the absence of Leah Williamson, and finishing inconsistencies earlier this year. Interestingly, many of these concerns gradually faded, not because of sweeping recruitment changes, but through internal development and tactical refinement. Speaking ahead of the match against Leuven, Slegers highlighted the collaborative approach within the club's technical team. She praised the analysts and coaching staff for continually assessing performances, adjusting tactical details and tailoring strategies to suit available players and their strengths. According to Slegers, problem solving is not confined to the coaching staff. The culture being built encourages players to think independently and adapt during matches without always relying on instructions from the sidelines. Reflection and intelligence within the squad have been key components of this growth. Arsenal's backroom structure has expanded significantly in recent years. Alongside assistant coach Aaron D'Antino and attacking coach Kelly Smith, the setup includes goalkeeper coach Seb Barton, analysis lead Mel Reid-Clark, strength and conditioning coach Fran Silva, and head of medicine and sports science Gary Lewin. Jodie Taylor now serves as technical director. Slegers emphasised that the staff's responsibility is to maximise the tools available psychologically, tactically, technically, and align individual strengths into a cohesive system across all 11 players on the pitch. While the team has discovered effective solutions recently, she acknowledged that football constantly evolves, requiring fresh answers when opponents adapt. The collaborative process between staff and players has not only resolved on-field issues, but has also generated renewed energy within the group, a sign of a healthy and forward-thinking environment.